Hello and welcome to Vocabulary Unit 4 Level D words that you'll see on your vocab test. Let's get started. First word is abscond. It's a verb. Second syllable is accented. It means to run off and hide. So to abscond with some money if you are robbing a bank or something like that. The picture here is a little girl who's running off and hiding. I don't know what people are doing in the background there, but she's definitely hiding. So the synonym is bolt. The word is abscond. Next word is access, and access has the first syllable accented. It's a noun and also a verb. It is approach or admittance to places, persons, or things. So you have an ID card, like the picture has there, and get into certain places, maybe a workplace. And the verb is to get at or to obtain. So I can access certain files by having a password or something like that. Okay. The synonym is entry. Antonym is total exclusion. Anarchy is next, and you'll see these are people at some sort of a riot. There's some, gas canisters going off. There's basically no rules, and that's what anarchy is. First syllable is accented. It's a noun. It's a lack of government and law, or just plain confusion. The synonym is pandemonium. The antonym is law and order. Arduous is next. I always remember this word. It's pretty easy to remember. If you just put an H in front of the word, it's hardduous, so it means hard. It's an adjective. The first syllable is accented. It's hard to do, requiring much effort. I have no idea what kind of math problem this is, but whatever it is, it looks not easy. So that would definitely be arduous. Synonym is difficult. Antonym is effortless. Auspicious is next. It's an adjective. Second syllable is accented. It is favorable or fortunate. So if you're finding four-leaf clover, have a good luck charm, something like that, that would be auspicious. Synonym is encouraging, and the antonym is sinister. Next word is daunt. Daunt's a verb. There is no accent mark on this. It means to overcome with fear or to intimidate. The stack of papers there is pretty much overwhelming at this point. You got to start somewhere, but it is pretty daunting to look at that and see all the work you have to do. Synonym is to dismay, and antonym is reassure. Next word is disentangle, and this is a popular thing to put around a necklace. It's called a Gordian knot. Basically, there's no beginning and no end to it, and you can't break it. So it has something to do with disentangling, I guess. It's a verb, disentangle. The third syllable is accented. It means to free from tangles or from complications. So it could be something as simple as combing your hair after you get out of a shower to something, there's a complicated situation that you are trying to work yourself through or work through it. The synonym is unscramble, and the antonym is ensnarl. Next word that we have is faded, and faded is an adjective. The first syllable is accented on it. It is determined in advance by destiny or by fortune. And picture there is of the different signs of the zodiac sign. So for instance, I'm an Aquarius, and there's a picture of that. So everybody has their own sign, and some people believe that your life or your day is kind of already kind of predetermined by this. The synonym is doomed. Antonym is random. Next word is hoodwink. Hoodwink is a verb. The first syllable is accented. It is to mislead by a trick or to swindle. And there's a picture of a magician here, and this person's trying to hoodwink you when they are doing sleight of hand or doing a card trick or something like that. They're trying to distract you and mislead you to think that they're actually doing magic. Okay, first syllable is accented. Excuse me, and the synonym is put one over on, and the antonym is disabuse. Moving right along, the next word is inanimate. Inanimate is an adjective. Second syllable is accented. It is not having life without energy or spirit. So the picture of dinosaur fossils, they would be inanimate. They have no life. They used to, but not anymore. Synonym is spiritless, and antonym is energetic. Incinerate is next. It's a verb. The second syllable is accented. It is to burn to ashes. So that house is being incinerated by the fire at this point. The synonym is cremate. Next word, intrepid, and I went off that fire picture from last one and did another fire picture here. Intrepid is an adjective. The second syllable is accented, and it means very brave or fearless. So the firefighters would be intrepid. There used to be a car called a Dodge Intrepid. I don't think they make that anymore, but just trying to give that same connotation of brave and fearless if you own this car. The synonym is valiant, and the antonym is timid. Larceny is our next word, number 13. It's a noun. First syllable is accented, and it just means theft. So you see somebody taking money out of a cash drawer, that would be larceny. Synonym is robbery. It's probably one of the easiest words you'll have all year. Next word, pliant, and you'll see a picture here of a gymnast doing kind of a stretch or bend here. That person will be described as pliant. An adjective, first syllable is accented. It means bending readily or easily influenced. Okay, so you can be easily influenced by somebody trying to manipulate you and you bending over for them and kind of doing what they say. Synonym is supple. Antonym is rigid. Next word is pompous, and I really hate this person. I won't even mention her by name, but she would be pompous in my book. Adjective, first syllable is accented. It is overly self-important in speech and manner. Somebody who just thinks that they're better than other people and they kind of act that way would be pompous. Synonym is bombastic. Antonym is plain. Next word, precipice. This person is doing a handstand on the side of a cliff, which I really wouldn't advise. But the precipice part of it is what fits with our word here today. Precipice is a noun. First syllable is accented. It is a very steep cliff or the brink or edge of disaster. Precipice. Synonym is ledge, and the antonym is chasm. Next word, prototype, and I found a picture here. This is the very first iPhone. There obviously were prototypes before this, but this is where all the other iPhones were kind of based off of this phone. So a prototype is a noun. First syllable is accented. It is an original model on which later versions are patterned. So even to this day, phones have that same kind of general outlook with all the different apps and icons and the buttons still at the bottom, and it kind of looks pretty much the same for the most part, with obviously some slight changes every time a new one comes out. Synonym is sample, and the antonym is copy. Our next word is rectify. Rectify is a verb. First syllable is accented. It means to make right or to correct. And the person has the words I'm sorry. That would be a good thing to do or say if you're trying to rectify with someone after you've gotten into a fight. You're trying to make it right and correct the situation. The synonym is set right, and the antonym is mess up. 19 is reprieve, and there's actually two different forms, so there's two different pictures. Reprieve is a noun. It's also a verb. Second syllable is accented. A reprieve excuse me, is a temporary relief or delay. So a reprieve could be a vacation. You're relieving yourself of your duties at work or at school or whatever, and you're taking a vacation. The verb is to grant a postponement. So if someone, teacher, whatever, gives you an extension and says, do it now, crossed off, do it tomorrow, that would be a reprieve as well. That's to reprieve you. The synonym is stay, and antonym is proceed. And finally, our last word is revile. Revile is a verb. Second syllable is accented. Just think of the word vile when you think of revile, because that's part of it. Something that's vile is kind of evil or bad, and to revile someone is to attack them with words or call them bad names. So to make fun of somebody, to bully someone verbally, to think you're better than somebody, and to kind of like berate them would be revile. The synonym is inveigh against, and the antonym is to praise. All right, thank you for listening, and get to studying.